Hello everybody. We're looking at what is not a new set for 2021, but it is part of the 20th anniversary edition for what LEGO has been doing so far with the Star Wars line. This is Anakin's Podracer. That's right, the OG Anakin's Podracer. And I am quite happy when I first saw this, and I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. This came out in 2018 or 2019, and I don't know why I didn't get it till now. But nevertheless, I have it eventually, and yeah. So I do have a much older version of Anakin's Podracer, which was in a really old LEGO Star Wars set. However, it is in pieces, so it will take me a while to rebuild it. That is if you guys want to see me do the old version of Anakin's Podracer and compare it to this recently new one, so let me know. But at the point of this video, we're going to be looking at specifically this version of Anakin's Podracer. So let us get right to it. Alright, let's take a moment to appreciate this ship, Anakin's Podracer, one of the iconic things from The Phantom Menace. And like I said, I have the original version. And I will say, after looking at this one and the original, obviously the original has a nostalgic purposes, but I will have to go with this current one because it just is way more updated. So it has a much better build, and how it works in general is much better. The value for this is $40, and you get this. That's a steal right there. And my favorite thing is how LEGO successfully gets this thing to stand up. They try to use these transparent lift arms because after all, the Podracers are meant to be levitating. So they have these transparent lift arms to try to mimic the fact that this thing is levitating. And they did, well, obviously they can only do so much, but they did a pretty good job with this, and I think they did pretty well. So not bad. And they designed it so there's a handle at the bottom, so you can hold it and speed the Podracer along as well, if you want. So they've done a pretty good job on that. Here is the main cockpit. We've got these little flaps attached at the bottom. It's like the main power cord, if you will. You got some of Anakin's little symbols here. You got his little controls. He has these huge levers when he controls this thing, so there's that. Other than that, apart from these stickers, there's nothing much more for the cockpits right here, so it's a pretty nice design for sure. And then we get this huge power cord feeding towards these two engine thrusts. These are what makes Anakin's Podracer iconic, is these engine thrust designs. They've got the gamma rays powering each other in the middle. These are just the lightning bolt pieces, two of them attached together just like that. And the main engine thrust themselves. Of course, he has these flaps which can be opened up to help him control his speed of this thing, to make sure he doesn't, you know, go speeding. So that's pretty nice. Do love the usage of the stickers on these at the very end, although the color of the yellow on there is a little bit darker than what I would like, but it's fine. Other than that, I love how they use these machete swords to kind of go with the design at the bottom here, so that's creative, you know, another usage of existing pieces. So it's pretty nice. And then they've got these, I don't think they're meant to be rotating for a reason. There's just the way it's built. That's fine. And yeah, so overall, I'm genuinely really happy with this thing. And the fact that LEGO they included this transparent lift arm to make it floating. They've definitely knocked the socks off of this one. Maybe do a remake of Podracer of like a Sabula, like that orange. I keep forgetting people's names. There's too many characters in Star Wars, but that orange, the big Podracer that Anakin had to face, that one. They should have done that as well. But this is a great start. It is nice to see Anakin's Podracer again after a couple years of not seeing this as a set. So it's great. LEGO, do more prequel sets. Stop focusing on sequel and OT sets. Do more prequel sets. Alright. That's it for the main build. Let's look at the minifigures. There's 3 figures in this set. The 2 normal figures is a young Anakin Skywalker and a young Padme Amidala. Anakin here, of course, is wearing his helmet as he is the driver of the Podracer. Take that off. Look at that. He has his cheerful face, normal face, concentrated face, if you will. You got the helmet with the glasses that fold down, or the goggles to help him, you know, not get dust in his eyes. He's got a little wrench to fix his little Podracer. And overall, this is his Tatooine outfit. I haven't gotten a young Anakin in a long time, and let me just say, it is nice to get a young Anakin once again. So, there's that. And then the Padme figure, a much younger Padme, of course. She's got the shorter legs, which really caught me off guard. I really thought they were just going to stick with the normal, longer legs, but apparently that's not the case. She's wearing her disguise, her Tatooine disguise, with her hair. She's got a little gun here. She has 2 faces, an angry face. Here's a meh, don't really care about life face. So, that. So, it's been a while since we've gotten a young Anakin, a young Padme, but it is very nice to get them back into modern society once again. And then the special figure included in the set is a classic Luke Skywalker figure from 1999 with his lightsaber. And you got the helmet. This is his original face printing. You can see not a lot of expression given that it is an old classic minifigure. So there's that. He's wearing his old X-Wing pilot. And of course, it's not super authentic, as of course included a print on the back saying 20 years of LEGO Star Wars. And then here's the little stand he's on. Special print, just exclusive for Luke. 1999 to 2019, Luke Skywalker. So there's that. Always nice to get these little stands for these throwback figures. It just feels like a nice addition, and definitely it's something that LEGO needs to continue doing if they're going to bring back some old figures. Okay, so that is it for the minifigures. Here's the box, kind of an old vintage design as a throwback to the original like packaging style with the Star Wars going all over here. Set 75258 with 279 pieces. You got the figures, you got the special edition, a 20-year figure included in the set, which is a Luke Skywalker from 1999. Look at the back here. These are some of the other stuff you can get, the other classic figures. And then just all the play features and everything else you can do. And then down here they've got a picture of the original Anakin's Podracer and a much older set based on this one. However, the one I'm talking about is actually released in 2003, I think. Not this one. This one's much older than the older one that I have. I think LEGO did it a couple times. So, again, it's nice to see a relived Anakin's Podracer in the modern years. So, that's it for the box. So obviously, as a person who has owned a much older version of this ship that has been out, which came out the year before I was born, this really hits a nostalgic purpose for me. And I definitely think this, for the price of $40, is absolutely worth it. Let me tell you, this is going to be for all the 20th anniversary edition sets. When they retire, believe me, the value of these sets are gonna skyrocket. They're gonna go up really expensive. So I suggest, while they're still available right now, before they retire, get your hands on one. Even if you want to keep it sealed and not open it, just get your hands on it for future investment. Trust me, these sets are gonna be worth a lot, I'll tell you that. And ultimately, I personally like this. I just don't know why I didn't do it sooner. The 20th anniversary, the 1999 Luke Skywalker figure is okay. Not my favorite vintage figure, but the other 2 figures, Anakin and Padme, pretty nice. Not quite sure why Padme had shorter legs. I know she's much younger, that didn't mean she had shorter legs, so I don't know about that. Maybe they're just trying to do that to match Anakin, but the ship itself is fine. I love the usage of the transparent lift arms to make it look like it's trying to float, so they did their best there. And ultimately, it's just a good ship, so I would say this is a pretty good set. So you should get it. And that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. I will go back to making other content coming your way very, very soon. And we will talk to you again in the next one. Bye for now.